GTTV, and we're back. What's up with you? Now, let's talk about this fight that's trying to get underway. They're trying to get it, situated and correct, And I don't understand why now, when Manny Pacquiao and Bob Arum were on the same team at one point, now it's just Terrence Crawford and Bob Arum. You had both of them at the same time. It would have been way easier to make a fight. And this is why promoters are bullshit, man. This is the reason why they're bullshit. The reason that he said that the first time that they didn't fight was because Pacquiao was too old and I didn't want to, get him in the ring with somebody young. But a couple years later, where he's older, you want the same fight that you said you didn't want when you could have made it easier when he was with you. Now you're making less money and you're going back on your statement of, oh, he's too old, I don't want... If that's the truth, if you really cared about his health, if you really cared about Manny Pacquiao's health, why you want him to fight him now? You know what I'm saying? These are the type of things that you got to look at, and promoters is just... But anyway, the fight might happen. Hopefully it does. Terrence Crawford, Manny Pacquiao. Let's break it down. So, Manny Pacquiao is coming off the win over Keith Thurman at 40 years old. By the time he fights Crawford, he'll be about 41, almost 42. Which, but you remember, Crawford's not a really super spring chicken either. He's about to be 34. So, now this is the thing. Crawford has a lot of technique, a lot of skill, a lot of speed. Very smart fighter. But he has not fought anybody of real significance that would give him a real push. Now, I know people are like, well, he fought Amir Khan. Amir Khan didn't even want to fight. He came to the fight. He said, I got to make this payday. And Amir Khan has been like that for a couple years. After he's been, he's been taking knockouts religiously, he's just a shell of himself. But Manny Pacquiao is not a shell of himself, even at 40, 41 years old. Manny Pacquiao is fighting like he never left, like he's not aging, which is, I've never seen this before. And another thing I haven't seen before by Manny Pacquiao is this resurgence after taking that knockout years ago, back against Marquez 4. But we haven't seen a resurgence like that ever in boxing history, so this guy is special. You know what I'm saying? Manny Pacquiao is a special fighter. It may go down as the greatest fighter of all time when it's all said and done. But in the present, when we're talking about Crawford and Pacquiao, it would be a great fight because I feel that in the early rounds, Pacquiao may not be ready for what Bud is going to come, because Bud is a competitor. He reminds me of Kobe Bryant if Kobe Bryant was a boxer. He's just super, super competitive. Now, people also say that he might fight Errol Spence. I say, personally, Errol Spence is an easier fight than Crawford. And I'll tell you why. We all saw Deontay Wilder fight Tyson Fury, right? Now, we saw that Deontay Wilder, once you take the bully out of him and push him backwards, he can't fight. Nor can he really take a good punch. As long as you let him be the aggressor, then, everything's fine for him on his side. We ain't talking about Deontay. We talking about Manny Pacquiao, Errol Spence, and Terrence Crawford. I'm thinking basketball. All right, so when it comes to why I say it's an easier fight for Manny Pacquiao is because Errol Spence is slower. Errol Spence, I don't really believe in his power that much, to be honest. I'm not one of those Errol Spence power believers, And also, I don't think Errol Spence could beat Keith Thurman. And Keith Thurman gave Manny Pacquiao a great fight. Great fight. But I don't think Errol Spence has all the abilities to adjust as Pacquiao can, Crawford can, Keith Thurman can. These are the people that can change what's going on, the dynamic of how they're fighting. Errol Spence has one style. It's very technical, and it's come forward at a certain pace. That's it. All right, so I think Pacquiao's power and speed would be way too much for Errol Spence. Now let's get back to Crawford. Can Manny Pacquiao beat Crawford, Terrence Crawford? I think he can. I do. And if he does, we have to have a real consideration of who the GOAT is at that point. If Manny Pacquiao, I'm going to say this again, if Manny Pacquiao defeats Terrence Bud Crawford, we got to have a discussion on who the GOAT is. Because that's too many champions, too many great champions in this generation that he shouldn't even really be fighting. And to be honest, at 40 years old, to be honest, he still holds the belt, to be honest. And hey, we're all looking for that Floyd fight. And I mean, one day it may come, one day it may not. And no, it's all up to Floyd. You know, we all know Manny Pacquiao's ready. But if it doesn't, to me, these are better fighters than Floyd right now. You know what I'm saying? Keith Thurman, you know what I'm saying? Terrence Crawford, you know what I'm saying? These are the type of fighters that are in their primes. We're not talking about somebody, even if Mayweather is a better fighter, it's too many excuses in the back seat ready to go. I'm old, I haven't fought in a long time, you know, I'm not into it. There's too many excuses. And I don't want to give anybody any excuses. So, guys, comment, like, and tell me what y'all think. G.o.at. And we booming.